Boom. Now we are heading to Sweden. Yes, we're heading to Sweden with the ferry from Helsinki to Stockholm, and then we're going to drive to Gothenburg. And after Gothenburg, I'm going to leave all the kids with the grandparents for a little while, and then I'm going to drive to Copenhagen for a course. And we are driving in Dabi's family Land Rover. And I have with me Ivar. Say hi, Ivar.
Yo.
Yo. And in the back we have 3 screaming kids that don't want to be on video. Can you all scream hello? Hello. And can you believe it? I am a captain and I can drive that boat. I have a certificate for that. Who would have thought? Does it make you feel safe? Does it? Oh. Okay, so here we are, waiting for the ferry with 4 screaming kids inside. Now they're starting to load the ferry. Massive one. Can you believe it? I can drive one of these ferries because I'm a fully certified captain, even though it was many years ago and that certificate has lapsed now. It's still the education that I have, captain. And then I can drive my Land Rover as well, which is even cooler. Hello, Ivar.
Jag bara säger att det där hjälper inte alls.
Hur många EPP har du, Emil? Ja, det var tur det. Är det så här för aldrig hända igen? Pilot boats. So all the captains of these ferries, they need to have a pilot license for these waters because they frequent them so often. So the alternative would be take a pilot on every time, not economical. So all the captains here have a pilot's license. So the bow thrusters here are about 4,000 horsepower. I worked on a ship like this for a whole year, and my cabin was just above the bow thruster engine. So I am painfully aware of that. It's like 4,000 horsepower and extremely noisy and warm. My cabin would be sort of 35-40 degrees all the time. And I slept sometimes with this ear protection. Not so nice. Apparently the reason why the birds fly like that, because they hope for getting fish more easily when the water is moving. We don't know if that succeeds or not. Okay, so we are leaving Helsinki behind, heading for Stockholm. On the way out, we will pass Suomenlinna, which is a fortress that the Swedish built when they owned Finland in 1748 to protect against Russia. We will soon get there. That right there is Suomenlinna Church. It is one of 3 churches in the world that have a lighthouse in top. So right on the top there is a lighthouse. So this is Suomenlinna. There is Finland's only submarine. There was a deal with the Russians after the war that Finland couldn't have any submarines. So they had that one. But since then they haven't been able to build any because of that peace treaty with the Russians. Now they are part of NATO, and Sweden has some of the best submarines in the world. So I guess that's really good. You don't need your own submarines then if you're in with Sweden. Here we have Suomenlinna, so a World Heritage Site, massive fortress built in 1748 by the Swedish military to protect Finland that Sweden had at that time against Russia. It's most famous for the fact that the Russians came here 1808 and there was a siege for some time, and even though the Swedish were thousands of soldiers, loads of material and lots of food, they gave up and surrendered. One of Sweden's worst military defeats. Extremely embarrassing. But a very beautiful place. And there is Suomenlinna Church right there. One of only 3 churches in the world where at the top of the church is also a lighthouse. It's quite narrow here. So here we have the kids. 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm out traveling with. And this is the shopping deck at Silja Symphony, the boat.
Good morning.
Good morning. Driving off the ferry. See me here. Driving off the ferry in Stockholm after a long night with 4 kids screaming non-stop in a small cabin.
No,
No,
you're not screaming.
kids.
not screaming. Okay, can you all be very loud? No. Vad sa du, Ines?
Jag frågade, vet du varför den där Siljalan-texten är blå?
Nej, havet. Okay, filling with the Landy is interesting. So we have diesel, we have 130 liter tank because it's been a safari car. 100 liters, exactly 2,000 krona. That's like 200 euros. The thing is that the old Beast has been a safari car, so it has an extra diesel tank and it takes 130 liters. It's useful, but then also tanking looks like this. The Defender halfway between Stockholm and Gothenburg. So really glamorous place to be. Back in the screaming car. Hello, Ivar. Yeah.
Fat old man drinking coffee. The beast in the beast having a feast. Okay.
Okay, so now we are in Linköping, where they have a proud heritage of jet fighter manufacturing. There, Ivar, film them there. So that's the old jet fighters. And the thing is, for every Swedish kid, this is the highlight of the trip between Stockholm and Gothenburg. When you drive there, you have to look at them. Nowadays, kids only want to look at the dumb screens, so nobody cares. They probably don't even know what they are. But for anybody sort of my age, to watch...
And my age.
And Ivar's age. Behind the camera, Ivar, 19. Who is also very old and inexperienced, so he will know that that's the thing to look at. Milestone halfway, roughly, between Stockholm and Gothenburg. And now we are in Revy. Which is where Emil Lönneberg roughly came from.
This is a very nice place.
Yes. Okay.
This is beautiful.
What?
place.
Yes. This is Braehus, which is an old castle halfway between Stockholm and Gothenburg.
Yes. Breathtaking views. Wow. We're going to see the lake.
The lake. So this is Braehus, which is a fortress that was built by a Swedish nobleman. Here we have Visingsö, an island with the lake. It's a really stunning scenery here. Really beautiful. Okay. So here we have Braehus Fästning. It's a military fortress to protect the stronghold. Back in the day, it took like 10 years to build, and the guy that built it died before it was finished. How ironic is that? But it has super beautiful views over this lake, with an island out there, Visingsö right here. So that's Visingsö right there. And this is halfway between Stockholm and Gothenburg in Sweden, roughly. Okay, so this is Kullavik, just south of Gothenburg. A regular day in Gothenburg is kind of quite grey, but we like it that way. Here, the sauna, only for special selected members. I'm here visiting my grandparents. But all in all, this is the real sea, boom, salty, proper Swedish west coast sea. Really nice. This sign here says fishing crabs. That's what kids do all summer on the Swedish west coast. So sunsets on the Swedish west coast are really beautiful things. This is Kullavik, just south of Sweden. Small boat harbor, sauna right there. There's sauna. Lots of sailing boats. But the sunsets here are really beautiful. There's something with the sea here. Continues out to the North Sea and then to the Atlantic. This can be the beginning of any journey into anywhere in the world. And there is something special with that thought, I think. These sunsets are really special. At least for me, I grew up here and there will always be a special bond with the sea for me. I have sailed all my life, had my first boat at the age of 3, then I've been a sailing instructor, then I'm a fully certified captain, and I can drive all ships on the planet, no matter the size. That's quite cool. I can't do it anymore though, I lost the certificate now, since you don't use it. Still, sea will always be part of me. Yeah, now we're driving from Gothenburg, heading south. We're going to stop over in Varberg, which is a small city, on the way to Malmö, where I will then head on to Copenhagen. Because I have a course there where I take part, taking a coaching course of this. And this here, if you film around, this used to be the seabed back in the day when the sea was higher. So that's really good farmland nowadays because it's so rich in nutrition and stuff like that. So here we are now in Äspevik. Place. This is where I spent my time when I was a kid, in the summer holidays. Now it's my dad's holiday place. And now we are in Äspevik in Varberg. My dad's summer cottage. Really nice place. Beautiful sea views. Out there is an island called Baljö. Back in the day there were actually 3 kings apparently of Sweden, Norway and Denmark that met there to have some peace treaty or something like that. There are some Viking graves out there, some stone heaps where there are some old Viking chiefs buried. Pretty cool. Yeah, very nice. So here we are driving on the bridge to Denmark from Sweden. Major piece of infrastructure. It ties together the cities of Sweden. It ties together Sweden and Denmark, the cities of Malmö and Copenhagen. It's been a major economic sort of upswing for the entire region, given that these 2 cities are now economically one. So the labor market can sort of become one. Many advantages.